Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined today by Simone Stewart, the Women's Leadership Conference president. We're previewing, of course, the Women's Leadership Conference coming up here just a couple weeks right here in the Rogue Valley. Simone, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us.
Thanks, Craig. Good to be here.
So last year's event was canceled due to the beginning of the pandemic, of course, but this year bouncing back. What do you have planned for this event? What can you tell us?
We have a full day conference plan like we usually do in person, but virtually this year. The conference will be on May 7th. It'll start at around 8:30 in the morning and go till about 4:15, 4:30 in the afternoon. And I could tell you a lot more, Craig, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. No, please do. I know we were talking about it before we started recording that I guess it was last year's theme was embracing change, and how apropos, I believe, to steal your line. That is incredible. You're running it back this year now.
Right. So last year, just so you know, we always choose the conference theme the year before the conference. So in 2019, the board chose the theme Embracing Change for the 2020 conference. And then when the pandemic hit, we decided we'd better just call off the conference completely because we honestly didn't know if we'd be able to meet in person or not. And at that time, we had a different president of the board in 2020. I became the president in 2021, and we were still in pandemic conditions and in lockdown, but I decided we need to do this conference. I didn't want to call it off for a second time. And embracing change, the theme we had chosen, just seemed so fitting to go forward with. So I asked my board if they would mind if we did a virtual conference. And at first they weren't so sure. They just didn't think that a Women's Leadership Conference where we're networking with each other and the energy in the room is such a huge part of what women get out of this conference, or all attendees, not just women, all genders are welcome and gender identities, that we weren't sure if a virtual conference would really be able to provide that same type of energy in the room and what attendees get out of the conference itself, which is meeting other people and talking with other people that, you know, they get ideas from and they get energy from and they get confidence from, frankly. But when it came down to it, I just was so stubborn about not wanting to cancel the conference that we went forward with the virtual conference. And I'm really glad that we did, because it's shaping up to be something that is going to be a big reach for us. We've never had a national, international reach before with our conference. It's always been regional to Southern Oregon. So this year now, we can welcome people from all over the world.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting. It does open new opportunities, as you say, going virtual. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the speakers and how people can register for this event. But first, this quick commercial break. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Simone Stewart. We're previewing the Women's Leadership Conference coming up on Friday, May 7th. People can register now at womensleadershipconference.net. Simone, tell us about some of the speakers you have this year.
Our keynote speaker, I'm really excited about her, Kelly Sue DeConnick. She is a comic book writer and also founder of a nonprofit organization called Visible Women. She is really fun and dynamic, and she's responsible for the Carol Danvers character that was Captain Marvel in the movie, and really showing women as strong people, contributors of society, and she's just really fun. She's our keynote. She'll kick it off at 8:30 in the morning. Our closing keynote speaker is Nataki Garrett, who is the Oregon Shakespeare Festival Artistic Director. And Nataki has really had to embrace a lot of change in this last year since becoming Artistic Director of the festival. She hasn't even been able to have a season yet. So she has a lot to say about being the leader of an organization and having to embrace changes every day. We also have 8 speakers that will give breakout sessions. They will be done simultaneously. So attendees will have a choice of 2 speakers to choose from during 4 different breakout sessions. If this is confusing, just go to our website and it will explain it all. And you can see the speaker bios, their photos, and the topics that they're going to present on. But one great thing about having a virtual conference is when you purchase the ticket to the virtual conference, which by the way is $85, which is pretty inexpensive. Most conferences like this charge a couple $100. You will be able to access the recordings of each of the sessions for 45 days. If you're a sponsor, you get access for 60 days, but for 45 days after the conference, you can access the session. So if the one you didn't get to attend during the day, you get to go ahead and watch it later on. This is the first time we've ever been able to do this. So it's pretty exciting. So attendees are really going to get their money's worth. And they can also go back and review some of the recorded sessions, maybe if they want to listen to them again, and take notes. And that way they can really be present during the conference itself to just listen and participate.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a good opportunity to go back, like you said, and review your notes, maybe add to them. So people can register right now at womensleadershipconference.net, correct?
Exactly. The registration is there. When you see our landing page, you'll see you can click on register for this event. We do have scholarships available, Craig, and the scholarships are need-based. So there is a scholarship application on the website. Go ahead and fill it out for us, and we will get back to you if we can award you a scholarship.
Simone, thank you so much for taking the time. Wish we had more, but it sounds like you got a big event planned. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it too. Hope to see a lot of you there.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back.